I'm your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. I wrote a book titled There is a Place Called There. There is the vision, the aspiration, the dream that you hoped to achieve when you were somewhere else. So there's a place called there. I want to tell you a little story. I attended the University of Ibadan. I attended the College of Medicine there, one of the best in the world. When my father told me in the slums of Okere, we're living in a mud house, that I would become a medical doctor, I was 10 years old and I sucked in that dream. So being a medical doctor was there. But there is a way there keeps changing when you evolve. You see, we sang the University of Ibadan anthem yesterday, and in the second stanza, it says the Unibadan, first and best, raise true minds for a noble cause, social justice, equal chances. For raising the best minds, University of Ibadan has achieved that. But what took me there was in the third line of the second stanza, social justice, equal chances. As you must have heard, my father was a security man, a night watchman. He was a refuse collector. I grew up in the slums. When I went to the College of Medicine, University of Ibadan, I left Government College Ughelli, FGC Warri, Federal Government College Warri. I got to the University of Ibadan. I suspect I was the only one whose father didn't give money for a matriculation gown. I didn't have a coat for matriculation. So I had to borrow a coat from my dear friend of blessed memory, Abraham Jeffia, Abi Jeff. I wore his coat, he gave me a tie, and I think I had a shirt. The trouser was somebody else's trouser I borrowed from Warri, and the shoes were not mine. They belonged to a friend. And I was able to take only one Polaroid picture. And that picture, I don't know where it is, maybe it's with my daughter. So there was this vision that was given to me to become a medical doctor. There was the vision my father gave to me. Speak like Nnamdi Azikiwe, speak like K.O. Mbadiwe, and become a medical doctor. Where I could not take this name to, take it there. The grammar I could not speak it. That was there. But the journey was not easy. I had setbacks. The first setback was that in 1978, when I was to enter medical school, I applied to the University of Ife because of my friends. And I was not granted admission because they didn't take people from direct entry, which was what I applied through. They took people from their preliminary studies, pre-medical school, which was which already filled all the chances available. Going back home without an admission, it's as if the dream had been truncated. It was only inhibited for a while. I went back home, applied for a job to teach health science at the College of Commerce. So I taught health science. My classmates at FGC Warri, Government College really had entered medical school. But I went back to the mud house at number 12 Oki Street as a teacher, but I held on to my dream. We all might not get there at the same time, but ensure you get there. the way snail entered the Noah's Ark is not the same way the squirrel, the antelope, or the lion entered. They were smarter, they were faster. Snail had a lot of burden. He was carrying everything about him on his back, was going slowly. I suspect Noah had to pick it at a point, but the snail got there. And so you might experience setbacks. Don't let them be permanent. Climb over them. So I thought for 1 year, it enabled me to save money. I saved 300 naira, which is the equivalent of $600. When I wanted to go to medical school, I now told my father I was to go to medical school. I didn't get admission the second year. Admission letters didn't come. I checked the post office box. We had boxes in those days in our buildings, in our streets, where letters are dropped. I didn't get any. And I heard that matriculation was 2 weeks away. I decided to travel to Ibadan. I got there, my name was on the list, but I didn't get a letter. And I was given a letter to go to JAM office. Then it was in Hawksworth Street. I had never been to Lagos, but because I needed to get there, I dared to go to Lagos. When you need to get there, dare, D-A-R-E, is different from T-H-E-R-O-E. Dare. Many people who give excuses don't dare to confront their challenges. Don't dare to go beyond the roadblocks that they have met. Remember my story of the policeman that told me to stop, and I stopped. And the drunkard came and said, "Who told you to stop?" I said, "Policeman." He said, "Where is he?" I said, "He's no longer there." He said, "And you are still waiting? So try to take another step this year. Attempt it again." So I got there, my name was on the list. I went to Lagos, never been to Lagos, fast moving city for somebody who came from Warri, fast moving city. I was cheated by the driver who said meter or pricing. I said meter. He took me round and round and round. I eventually got there. People might cheat you, people might defraud you, people might deceive you, people might betray you. You will get there. Insist that you will get there. I got there. They said to type the letter was 1 naira. I gave the 1 naira. I knew I was to get the letter free. Gave to me, got back to Ibadan, and I was admitted. I managed to buy books, some few low-priced edition books, but I didn't have many books. It was a struggle to feed 50 kobo per meal. Your struggles form you. Because I hardly ate breakfast at home because of my elder brother who was having convulsions, and my mother associated a full stomach with convulsion. So I hardly ate breakfast at home. I came to university, it became an advantage. In your journey, your struggles might become your source of strength. They might build your muscles. And you see, going to school without breakfast has a way of affecting your reasoning. You know, hypoglycemia can affect your concentration. So today it is 1:25 p.m. I've not eaten breakfast. I just drank my usual cinnamon, honey, ginger tea. I will eat later in the day. It has helped me. My sugar level is low. My belly is still, my tummy is a little bit still flat, and I'm healthy. I'm good looking at 66. So that was part of the struggle. It turned to an advantage. There was a day I had to beg a photographer, Ayola, one short man, Ayola, 50 kobo to buy food in Independence Hall, where I was squatting in the prefab. I had to beg a photographer money to buy a meal. But I got here. I'm here. Food is no longer my problem. The challenges you are passing through, they are designed to make you value what God will give to you in future. Somebody was telling me that, "Doctor, we can use your refrigerator to pray for somebody, that may your life be full like Dr. Apoki's refrigerator." I have a deep freezer loaded with chickens. The broilers I could not sell, loaded there, that will last me for up to a year. But this was the same me. It was the meals that people gave to me when I went to preach, and I must mention their names: Mrs. Evans Daniel and Reverend Mrs. Vero, City of Joy. Those are the meals I will keep, the tissue paper I will keep from the hotel, the soap I will keep that enabled my children to eat. I must not forget Nonso, or Reverend Nonso of City of God Bible Church. Those were the things we had to feed on. But today, the story is different. There's the struggle for self-actualization. There was a butterfly that was coming out of the pupa. As it was coming out of the pupa, somebody saw it and assisted it by tearing the cocoon open. The butterfly came out, it couldn't fly. The abdomen was big. Why? The struggle to come out of the cocoon, the pupa stage, compresses the abdomen of the butterfly. The nymph compresses it, and then it pushes chitin into the tubes that form the wings. When the chitin solidifies, it forms the framework for the butterfly to fly. So in the transition from caterpillar stage to pupa stage to butterfly, there is that point of breakthrough that involves a struggle. That struggle forms your framework. So today, I find it easy to prepare a message. I find it easy to understand the subject. I find it easy to read in a hurry and understand the thing, because sometimes in those days I needed to borrow people's books to read till morning for me to be able to do examinations. I remember the one on parotid tumor, plastic surgery. It was Dr. Feludu's book, Isaac Feludu. He said I must not take the book from his room. So I decided to read the book in his room. And as I opened the book, chapter 5 showed in that book. The book fell from my hand as I had not slept for days. And it opened, chapter 5, it opened up to 5 times. I washed my face, read it. It was parotid tumor. Lo and behold, I got to the exam hall and we balloted. I picked number 6 and we went into the surgical ward. It was parotid tumor. And Professor Adebo, then it was Mr. Adebo, and Professor Achempong from Ghana were the ones who I presented the case to. And I did very well. It was because I refused to sleep. I stayed awake. I did not listen to the discouragement that I cannot take the book away. I did not blame any person. It is his book and he's still my very good friend till today. And we both got there. And I read the book and I presented very well. And I passed surgery very well. And so life, there is a struggle. There's too much complaint today. And we pastors, we see those struggles today as if God is against you. No, it is a training. He took them through the wilderness to know that man does not live by bread alone. You see, when you pass through struggles, you become strong. When you pass through struggles, it builds your muscles. When you pass through struggles, it builds your faith. If you touch my palm, it's very hard. I had to break firewood and sell firewood to be able to finish secondary school. So the struggle was there. The vision was given by my father, but the struggles were my personal responsibility. Don't blame your parents. Let the struggle be your personal responsibility. Don't blame Nigeria. The struggle is your personal responsibility. Don't blame the devil. Others have succeeded before you. If I could pass through it, you too can pass through it and you will get there. And so, when I say bust you, I'm saying it because you were not there during my struggles. And so you cannot come now to come and cage my life and influence my life and dictate my life. Bust you. You were not there. I don't need your impression. I was able to manage my challenges to reach this level. I'll be able to manage my victories to reach the next level. And so graduation was a very great day, but I didn't have a pen to write exams. A lady bought Papermate for me. I will not call her name. Papermate for me and brought a carton of provisions. She was from a wealthy home. A carton of provisions for me. She knew I didn't have much to eat with, but she sent a carton of provisions and paper meat pen that I used to write my final year exams. I have never forgotten her. When I told her last year or last 2 years, she was shocked that I still remember that. To her, it didn't mean anything. But for those of us who are deprived, little things mean so much to us. And we remain ever grateful to God for taking us through that journey. I graduated, I couldn't go for convocation. I didn't have transport money to go for convocation. So I didn't wear a convocation gown. Matriculation gown, I borrowed. Convocation gown, I didn't go. I didn't have transport money. To go for convocation, medical doctor, I was the second medical doctor from my community. The first from all my extended families. I couldn't have transport money, transport fare from Warri to Ibadan. It was about 20 naira then. I couldn't afford it. But today I have several cars in my house. We have up to 11 vehicles. I just traveled overseas and came back with my children. They drove the latest cars, 2023, 2024 models of their cars. And we had a beautiful journey around some countries in Europe. This was the man who couldn't afford transport fare for convocation. And so when I celebrate my successes, it is not your own, it is my own. I know where God took me from. My journey is different from your own. You can assume some things. I dare not assume some things. If not, God will exhume my past to put on my face. Count your blessings one by one. He exhumed the past of Jacob and told him, remember, you had only a walking stick when I met you. And today you have a big family and you are rich. And so, after graduation, I started walking. From walking, I went to a bar and all that. But I chose a pathway different from every of my classmates. I didn't put my face in the yearbook because I knew I was going to take a different pathway. So that if I failed, they won't see a picture to refer to. You see that man, he used to be our classmate. And so, but I'm here. When I did one video, they called my friend Akin Shodigbo, the former NMA president or chairman in Oyo State. Are you sure this man is a medical doctor? He said, yes, that is my classmate. He has always been like this, crazy man. And so I chose my pathway. I chose my pathway to live in Igbo land. I chose my pathway to stop medical practice at 40. I chose my pathway to come to Ogili. Living Aba to Ogili is like insanity. Stopping medical practice is like insanity. And I left there, but I had a deep conviction, and there was an evolution in my life. And the resolution that I took, I focused on it. And yesterday, I was awarded this prize. You see, the packaging is very beautiful. This prize by the University of Ibadan Alumni Association, Warri Chapter, in recognition of your accomplishment in advocacy for good and influential leadership. You remember, I went back to the anthem. I'm not crazy. I know what I'm doing. It says, Unibadan, first and best. Raise the minds. Raise true minds for a noble cause. That's what the university did to me. True minds for a noble cause. I believe in this country. I believe in humanity. I want to raise 1 million Africans like me. I want to leave every place, every person, every situation better than when I got there. And you see, social justice and equal chances. Greatness won with earnest toil. Labor. So I was formed by the institutions I attended. Government College Ughelli, Federal Government College Warri, and then the College of Medicine, University of Ibadan. And they gave me this award. In that hall, there were several people with different backgrounds. When I sat on the head table, I sat with the former head of service, Delta State. I sat with a member of the House of Representatives or Assembly. I don't know now. Can't remember. I sat with prominent businessmen and their wives. Sat with my seniors in the hall were prominent medical doctors. Some of the medical director of a group of hospitals, multi-millionaires. I did not get to this place by practicing medicine, by being a politician. I passed through another road. Somebody was talking to me, Jude Kakpo was saying something on the government college, Progressive Government College Old Boys Association page. And I told him that I am not a wise man. I am not an intelligent man. Because an intelligent man will not attend the schools I've attended, read medicine, then leave medical practice and be doing mumu on social media. But you see, the mumority and whatever I had done, contrary to the pathways of my friends, of even what my father expected, and even my family members, here I am. I got there. There are more awards coming, global awards. I have a belief I will address the United Nations one day. Global awards are coming. There's a place called there. You will get there. Follow your own pathway. Listen to the music the Lord is playing for you. You will get there. Don't be discouraged. I remain Dr. Charles Apoki. Please send this to your children, your friends who seem to be discouraged. You can start registering for the February webinar. It is titled Overcoming Frustrations and Stagnation in Life and Business. I just gave you a tip of the iceberg. Send a message to +234 80 21 21 92 62, and they will tell you how to register. Remember, I have properties, reliable, good properties for sale. Still send a message to +234 80 21 21 92 62. God bless you. You will get there.